In today's stretch workout, we're going to be doing 19 gentle stretches, and these stretches are wonderful to do first thing in the morning when your back is stiff, maybe your neck is a little bit sore. It will make you feel so good. Follow along with me. I'm going up as high as I can on my toes, and you can also do this after working, sitting all day. It will make you feel calmer and rejuvenated. Let's do 3 more, and 3, 2, and 1. Now that was a great stretch for those lats, those back muscles. All right, let's do a deadlift stretch. So we have our feet hip width apart, and I'm going to push those hips back, and I'm going to take my hands, I'm just going to slide them down the front of my legs with a flat back, and you'll see my neck is neutral, so I'm looking down as I lower, and as I stand up I'm looking right at you. So this will stretch the back of the legs, the hamstrings, and if you have your shoulders pulled back and down, you'll also be strengthening those upper back muscles and the back of the shoulders. Great for posture too. Let's do 3 more. So what you're searching for is that nice stretch right here, the back of the legs. 2, and 1 more. Wonderful. All right, let's do a standing cat-cow. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to bend my knees just a little bit. I'm gonna go round, and then I'm gonna arch. So round like a cat, exhale, inhale and arch. Round, looking down, inhale, look up at me. Let's do 2 more, and round, and arch. 1 more, round, and arch. All right, let's do some side leg swings. I love these. So you may want to grab a chair and just swing that leg just back and forward or to the side, and with a slight bend in the knee. And you can move your arms to help you with balance, or you can, like I said, grab a chair, a counter, and let's do the other side. Just swinging gently, nothing crazy. And one leg may feel better than the other. Yeah, this leg feels much easier to do, and this works the hips, and it gets the blood into that area, wakes it up a bit. All right, and then I'm just do a couple more on the side just to balance it out. And if you stumble, that's okay. All right, let's do some rope pull down. So pretend there's a rope right here, and you're trying to reach it, and you're gonna grab it, and you're just gonna gently toss it down. And this works or stretches out those lats. These get really tight right here, and gentle. Just get the knees involved a little bit. Pulling and looking up. Let's do 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, shake that out. We're gonna do some knee hugs. So balance on one leg, bend the knee slightly, and just slowly, carefully bringing this leg up, and then interlace the fingers in front of the shin. And see if you could bring that in a little more, flexing that foot. And from this position, let's rotate that ankle 2 times, and then reverse 2 times. 1 and 2. That's a great balance challenge. Lower slowly with control, challenging that balance even a little bit more. All right, standing leg slightly bent, bringing the opposite leg up, bringing in for a nice good hug, and rotate twice, and reverse that rotation. All right, slowly lower. Let's do some shoulder rolls. Take your fingers, feet a little bit wider than hip width apart, fingers on your shoulders, and let's just roll backwards. And you can get your whole body into it. Makes it feel a little bit better. Let's do a couple more, and then we're gonna reverse and reverse throughout rotation. I love these feel so good. You know, it's just go back and forth. When you are sleeping on your side, your shoulders may hurt. So I started sleeping on my back, and then my back gets a little bit achy, but it's better than having my shoulders all tweaked in the morning and then getting wrinkles on my face. All right, let's do a chest opener. From here, just pull those arms back and forward. Yeah, and just really try pulling them back. Oh, this feels so good. You know, we're rounded so much. We're working on our computers, looking at our phones. So this is a good one. Let's do 3 more, and 3, 2, and 1. Shake that out. And then let's do this one. Put your hands out in front of you and pretend you've got some water on your fingers, and you're just gonna flick that water right off those fingers. And you can see I'm bending my elbows a little bit as well. And don't go here, really extend, really put power into these finger flicks. And let's cross. Now we're gonna go overhead and stand up as tall as you can, stretching out those abdominals. And let's go across again. Really working those fingers. You might get a little bit achy in the forearms. That's okay. We're almost done with this particular stretch. And up, up, up. You can even look up. And I'm going to do one more cross in front. Keep those knees a little bit bent. Oh yeah, I'm feeling that achiness right here, and shake that out. Yep, can even do a little bit of pat there. All right, so when we wake up, our neck can be kind of tweaked out. Let's just do some neck rolls. Oh yeah, keep the knees bent. Close your eyes if you want. I'm gonna do 4 one way. Take your time with this, don't rush. And rotate the other way. Let's do 2 more. And last one. All right, let's keep working that neck. So let's tilt the head to one side. And make sure your shoulders are down. If you want to put your fingers on your shoulders, press them down. Maybe push them back, push your chest out. And if you need a little bit more, one hand out to your side, really push that down, and you can gently put a few fingers on the top of your head to help with that tilt. Now you can try looking down, or at me, or up, and see where you feel that tightness, and just hold it there. Now sometimes I will hold a neck stretch for 2 minutes, because sometimes I really need it. All right, let's put the head back to center. Other side, push that hand out and move it around and find out where you feel that tightness right here. And you can hold this, like I said, you can grab your timer and time it for 2 minutes if you need it. All right, and let's turn that head to one side. So I'm gonna turn my head to the right, and then I'm going to look that way. And then I'm going to look even further, trying to look behind me with my eyes looking in the direction that I want to look at. So trying to look behind, and then rotate back to center. And let's look to the left, looking straight that way. And then I'm going to look with my eyes, turning back, moving my neck as well. All right, back to center. Hopefully your neck feels a little bit better, has a little bit more mobility. Let's go have a seat on the mat and let's do a glute bridge, one of my favorite exercises. All right, so I'm going to go flat on my back. I'm going to snuggle my shoulders underneath me. And I'm going to bring my feet fairly close to my butt, not terribly close, but close enough. And then hands flat on the mat. I'm just going to lift my hips up. If you need some help, you can push yourself up with a flat, make your abs flat so they're not pushed out, and then just lower. Let's do 7 more of these. I love these. It helps with that achiness and the lower back. And let's do 6 more, and 6 down. And I'm squeezing my glutes slightly at the top. 5 down. You should be looking straight up at your ceiling. 4 down. I have a wonderful view of palm trees. And 2 more. And last one. And slow lower. Fantastic. If you want to get up a little bit, we are going to do downward dog with some pedals. All right, so I'm going to turn, face my mat, and I'm going to start in a plank position with my fingers nice and wide, stretching those fingers. And make sure your hands are about here, so not too high. People tend to push their hands too far up, and then they end up with shoulder pain. So just like this, and then lift those hips up and looking at your toes, and then just go into pedal. So what I'm doing is I'm lifting one heel and lowering the other. Lifting and lowering. And this is stretching out the calf muscles. You might even feel that nice stretch on your lats because your arms are extended. And let's do a couple more. Take your time. And I'm sounding a little nasal because I'm upside down. Let's do 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Go to all fours. And you can look at me for just a moment. We're going to do some child's pose stretches, but we're going to do some rotations. So if you want to check out how it looks first, so my knees are wide, my toes are together, and I'm going to bring my butt to my feet, and I'm going to stretch my arms out. And from here, I'm only going to rotate my upper body. So it looks like this, rotating like this. And so go ahead and do these with me. All right, so rotating. Let's do 4 clockwise and do 4 counterclockwise. So I'm on number 2. So I'm leaving my hands where they are, and my toes and my knees as they are, and I'm moving everything else. So I'm going to do reverse that rotation. Let's do 4. And I'm looking at the top of my mat. 3. And if your knees bug you, you can bring them in a little bit. 2. And you can do a small rotation if you like. And 1. Excellent. All right, let's do cobra since we're right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay on my stomach, slow lower. I have my toes pointed. My legs are straight, and I'm looking right down at my mat, and my hands are by my sides, and I'm going to squeeze my shoulder blades together, and I'm just going to lift my upper body up just a little bit, and then I'm going to lower down. You'll feel that down your back, and exhale. Go up and lower, and one more time, and go up in that cobra pose and lowering down. And we're going to do a spinal twist And from here, I'm going to stretch out. And then I'm going to rotate. I'm going to rotate toward you. And now I'm going to stretch out my arms both by my sides. And I'm going to cross my top leg, which is my left leg, over. And I'm stretching out here. And where I'll feel this is I'll feel it in my pec. And it's a nice stretch here. Might be a little bit too intense. And I also feel it in my hips because I'm crossing one leg over the other. And don't go crazy with your stretches. All right, bend that knee and go back to your tummy. And we're going to rotate on the other side. So I'm going to move a little bit over here. I'm going to shift, pushing myself over. And I'm going to look in the opposite direction of my leg that's crossing over on top. And the goal is to get the shoulder down to your mat. And if you can't, neither can I. I just don't have that upper back mobility due to 2 shoulder injuries. And just make sure you're breathing into those stretches. So if you hold your breath during a stretch, it will tighten up your body. It won't let you release. All right. Bring that arm back to meet the other. And let's go ahead and have a seat. Our next exercise is a seated rotating cat-cow. I love this one. Okay, so your hands are on your knees, and I'm just doing cat-cow in a seated position. So I'm arching as I'm going forward, and I'm rounding as I'm going back. And arch, round, arch, and round. I love this, feels on my back. This increases my mobility. Now rotate the other directions. And arching and looking at me, or that would be, this is the arch. This is the round, and 2 more. Arch as you go forward, and round as you go a little bit backwards. Great, and now for my favorite stretch is a butterfly stretch. So from here, move your feet and press those feet together with your knees out like a butterfly. So if this tests that mobility in your hips, it's a great stretch. I do this one every single day. And if your knees are up here, you definitely need this stretch. You can push those feet out a little further, or you can scoot your butt a little bit further back, and you can bring in those heels closer to you if you can. And let's make this dynamic, just like all the other stretches. So a dynamic stretch means that you're moving, you're not holding that stretch. So I'm going in and out of that stretch, and I'm moving my legs like they're my butterfly wings. And you want your back straight, so not rounded. Practice that good posture. And in the morning, it's really important to hydrate since you have been drinking it all at night. So I try to drink 16 ounces in the morning right after I get up. I just feel so much better, and I wake up really hungry, but when I drink the water, I'm no longer hungry because my body sometimes confuses hunger with thirst. So try to drink as much as you can, especially in the morning. And let's do a couple more of these butterfly stretches. And if you want a actual mini workout, check out a cardio walking workout I have at the end screen, and that one's fun. It's got music and it's just 5 minutes long. It'll make you more energized and crush your feet. And if you want another stretching workout, I have a really fun, unique workout with a foam roller, so I'll link that too. And if you have any questions, write to me in the comments below. And if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel. Hope to see you soon.